We were sold a myth. We were told that AI is a ghost in the machine, an intangible ethereal force floating in the cloud, a weightless digital mind. But this is the greatest illusion of the modern age. Behind every query, every generated image, and every line of code, there is a heavy, physical, and brutal reality. Think of those massive, windowless, concrete monoliths hidden in the outskirts of our cities. They are not clouds. They are modern-day pyramids, built not for gods, but for machines. Inside, the temperature is kept at a constant, bone-chilling freeze. Millions of processors pulse with blue light, consuming gigawatts of raw power. This is the silicon brain. It is a sprawling, physical entity. And unlike any human organization, it never sleeps, it never pauses, and most importantly, it is hungry. Just a few years ago, these industrial shells had one purpose: hunting for digital gold in the volatile markets of altcoins. From Texas to Siberia, tens of thousands of GPUs were solving puzzles with a chaotic roar. But the market has evolved. The gold rush is over, and the digital ruins are witnessing the greatest infrastructure revolution in history. The Great Pivot. Mining rigs are being dismantled. In their place, monolithic, matte black AI server towers, capable of processing trillions of parameters every second, are taking root. These were once noisy gambling dens for speculative finance. Today they are sterile, high-security nerve centers built for the silicon brains. It is here that the cognitive power of the next decade is forged. And as these factories come online, their massive power demand is no longer just a business expense. It is beginning to dim the lights of the cities that surround them. A city's heart is its electrical grid. When it stutters, life stops. But today, a silent, invisible war is playing out in our power lines. The energy that keeps our hospitals running, our traffic lights green, and our homes warm is being silently siphoned away. When a massive AI model begins its training cycle, it doesn't just use electricity, it consumes it like a parasite. System voltages drop, transformers overheat, and inevitably the weak points break. One night, when your streetlights begin to flicker and the city's hum suddenly cuts to silence, know this: somewhere, a machine is learning. While you sit in the dark, the data centers keep their lights on. Their independent grids are fortified. In this new economy, the machine's uptime is worth more than the city's stability. We are literally sacrificing our light to feed the brain. The rules of the game have shifted. The companies that once dominated the search engines and social media are now the most aggressive energy barons in history. They don't just buy power, they buy the source. They are reviving abandoned nuclear reactors and securing private, dedicated energy lines that bypass national grids entirely. Why? Because in the era of AI, whoever controls the energy controls the algorithm. If an AI model requires more power than a small nation, then the company that secures that power effectively dictates the future of global markets. We are witnessing the birth of a new kind of monopoly, one that doesn't just own the software, but the very electrons that fuel it. Energy markets are no longer driven by supply and demand. They are being manipulated by the insatiable appetite of cold, calculating silicon. The system never slows down. Smarter models, deeper parameters, and superior cognitive capacity, all of this demands that we double our physical infrastructure every single generation. We thought we were building a utopia in the clouds, but in reality, we are feeding a furnace that consumes our world. We are at a crossroads. On one side, a digital mind that could potentially solve our greatest diseases or decode the universe. On the other, a civilization sacrificing its own resources, its own climate, and its own stability to maintain a machine that is rapidly outgrowing its masters. The AI can give us the answer to every question, except for the one that matters. What are we willing to lose? Before the final blackout comes, we have to decide if this hunger is sustainable, or if we are simply building our own replacement. The machines are thinking, are we?